Hello, everybody. We miss you. This is we're on our last week. We're making our home, and we're going to talk about our Roswell experience, which was pretty extraordinary. And we can tell you about a few things you need to know before you go to Roswell, because it's a pretty interesting trip. Um, you know,
Just to begin, we're on the last leg of our honeymoon trip, and we've been traveling the country. Roswell was the second stop we made, coming from California. So we're traveling from. We went to Sedona first, Arizona. Then we went to Roswell, New Mexico, on our way to San Antonio. So that was the route we were taking. We are on our way back to California right now. We are in Denver, Colorado.
So let's get into Roswell, New Mexico. The truth is out there, X-File fans and everything. Well, what ended up happening is we were driving and getting gas and everything. And
now, mind you, there's gas stations at almost every stop along the way. When you're coming from Arizona to New Mexico, there are several stops every few exits. There's gas stations and restaurants that you can stop at, and we were kind of getting comfortable with that. But we were not warned. There was no signs, no warning at a certain point. Nothing told us that it was going to be the last stop for gas for the next 100 or so miles.
No, it was actually more than that because we gassed up and it said 400 miles of gas.
No, but we didn't have, it wasn't a full tank that we had. It was about, I think we had a little bit more, I can't remember how much it was, because after that, it was about 100 or so miles to Roswell. I remember that was not, it was the same road that we were on. We didn't make any turns after that. And I had noticed, okay, it's not that much further. It's only, a couple hours or an hour or so, a little bit more than, well, not more than an hour, maybe between an hour and a half and 2 hours away. So that means that we had roughly about half a tank or less. And we were just confident that we would just gas up on the next one. So we only made a stopover we only made a bathroom stop at Love's, which have been great, by the way. There's Love's all around the country, except I think in California, which are gas stations and not rest stops, but gas stations and markets and stuff that you could stop at for bathroom breaks and snacks and gas.
Mm-hmm. And then we were noticing that we're running out of gas and no gas stations.
We noticed that. Stations. Oh, well, actually, I think I was the first one that noticed. It said 60, I think I took a picture of it, 66 miles to Roswell. And we had 68 miles of gas left on the car that was it was showing, because we were worried because we hadn't seen a gas station. We had been driving and driving. There's no gas station. We're like, one zip, I'm sure is going to come out soon. And I was telling Kirk, we have about the same amount of gas out there that we have miles to go to get to Roswell. Do you think the car will actually hit that mile mark?
And then, but we found out the hard way, the digital monitors for their new cars, they're not exactly accurate. No. And the funny thing is that they basically, before you run out of gas, they will turn off. And the prediction they give you, like the readouts they give you initially, right before they'll give you warning, you're about to run out of gas, but then they shut off. And then you have no idea how much gas you have left or miles to go, and it's kind of funny because they're like, oh, no.
I think it shut off. It shut off at about 25 or so miles left to go.
Yeah.
It was beeping, and it was telling you have about 25 miles or so left to go. And then after about that, it turned off. It no longer told you how much miles to go. It just told you to put gas in the car.
So like basically like I ran out of gas before, so I kind of knew what I needed to do. So like one tip, if you know that you're about to run out of gas, make sure you do not drive. As soon as you feel the car is pulling back, pull over to the side of the road. You do not want to literally run out of gas because it's going to mess up your engine and you're going to deal with all kinds of stuff. So basically, when you feel that initial pullback, because it's going to jerk back and saying that there's no gas because you're going to start slowing down. Like if you're going 60, 65, whatever, it's going to start pulling you back. You pull over the side of the road once you get to that point.
Mind you, we were on a road that there were no lights, no street lights for. The sun is going down. It's sunset going over the mountains, and it was around 7-ish when we were running out of gas, or 6:30 or 6:45, something around. It was around sunset. So no lights anywhere other than your car lights, and we could not see anywhere around us. We couldn't see the town of Roswell. We knew it was coming up, but we didn't see the lights. It's a small little town, and nothing around us. So we pulled over and watched the sunset as we called AAA.
So basically me as being the filmmaker I am, I'm filming everything. So I got clips and all kinds of stuff,
Well, we could get, it was dark.
I got the Blair Witch videos and all that stuff. It's pretty trippy, but we got a few links that we're going to put in the bottom
and show us. So it was starting to get cold too.
So like basically I was out there and I'm just like, oh gosh, I hope AAA comes through and we're able to get gas. And I'm kind of thinking in my head, okay, what should I do? We had how many miles left?
We were, I think it was about 5 to 8 miles outside of Roswell.
So I was contemplating if I had to make a 5-mile to 8-mile run towards Roswell to get gas and different things.
And leave me behind?
No, I wouldn't do that, but But luckily, AAA came through and was able to rescue us.
Not before they got lost, actually.
Yeah, they actually got lost and turned around.
And
they brought us
5 gallons of gas, so that was great. That was enough to get us there, and we followed them in. They were so kind. Had his little girl with him. He was such a nice guy. But luckily, nothing bad happened. We didn't get abducted.
That was a downer. We wanted to get a free trip in outer space, No,
I did not.
And we wanted to see if aliens really do exist. So, I'm a sci-fi buff, so I would totally jump on that one.
But once we were in Roswell, we noticed that they did capitalize on the whole alien thing because we saw little gray aliens all over the town.
Yeah, they got fake aliens like everywhere. Yeah. But it's more like a cowboy town. I mean, you could get good cowboy.
Well, we went to the Cowboy Cafe.
Like breakfast and everything.
It's okay.
Different things.
It was okay. Stuff. It was a diner experience. It was recommended by the AAA driver, tow truck that we go there. But it was okay. It wasn't bad. It was just diner food. They even had an alien omelet, which I had. It was all right. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. But one thing that we did do was go to the UFO International Museum, something like that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. We took pictures with fake aliens. We got to take pictures
of the whole Roswell experience, have the whole Roswell timeline and what they found. It's a different type of museum. Obviously, they don't have a lot of artifacts, but they have pictures and a lot of documentation and people's accounts, and they break down the timeline of what happened and how they tried to cover up. So it was interesting. They had recreations of the alien autopsies and what those aliens look like.
Yeah, and they kind of went through like the history of Roswell and the incident and everything and the whole alien thing. Now, one suggestion for Roswell, look at the Dells. And if you can duplicate the Dells, because the Wisconsin Dells is bomb right now, and they're just opening up. If Roswell could duplicate the Dells in like an alien thing, it'll be awesome.
He means like an alien theme park, like the whole town become a theme park for the alien experience, because the Dells actually took advantage of those glaciers that melted there in Wisconsin, and the whole town is basically an amusement park in that theme, and so they actually did capitalize very well on what the little that the town has to offer. They really capitalized on that. So we were just contemplating if Roswell actually took advantage of the whole alien thing, they could really market it and be a little bit more successful.
You know, because it seems like they got a good niche, but if they just would make it expanded a little bit more,
and we did see
it could be like really
that
awesome.
Came from different parts of the country and the world coming to that museum. So there are people that are very interested.
It's a lot of, basically when you walk in the hotels, you can kind of tell there's like a lot of like indie filmmakers. It's kind of like a year-round indie filmmaker vibe.
We had our
when
own
you first
little
walk
indie
in
filmmaking experience on the way in. So we were talking about how our experience could be turned into a horror movie.
Yeah, you know how
bad.
You know how in horror movies like everything is good and then all of a sudden one incident turns everything, and then everything spirals and spirals out of control until you end up with some craziness that we didn't experience. So
I'm glad I had you there, because if you weren't there, I think I would panic a little bit more. But I had someone to protect me, so I was okay.
Good to go.
Yeah.
You know, so.
All right. So that was our Roswell experience. I sort of recommend people still go there, because it's still, especially if you're interested in the whole alien phenomena, I think it's a must-see for alien enthusiasts. It's an interesting experience, and if that's something that you really gravitate to, I think it's kind of a must-stop. You know.
But if you do it, make sure your AAA is charged up.
Make sure you have lots of gas.
And we have lots of gas tank, whatever.
Full tank all the time.
Full tank, little gas tank, whatever you need.
Take an extra gas tank in the car, yes.
You know, so make sure you have your AAA and everything set up, everything good. And then maybe a little gas tank or something.
We learned from that experience. Never let it go past half a tank again.
Like the half a tank rule. The half a tank rule.
Fill it up.
You know, so anytime it hits half tank, fill it up. Anytime it hits half tank, fill it up. You know, vice versa. So our trip has been awesome so far, and we're going to give you the updates of different experiences, but we're telling the story. You know, so we're going to take our time and just go through the pictures, write the reviews.
Give you recommendations.
Give you recommendations for different places to go.
And what to stay away from.
Because we had like really awesome service, but there's some places that really had bad service, but we're able to spin it into lemonade, you know, just to make it good for us, you know. So we did what we needed to do.
We chalked it up as a memory.
As a memory, good experiences, good memories. That's what honeymoons are all about, you know. So you indie filmmakers, you know, get inspired. Get inspired in our little stories, throw some scripts around, and maybe make a movie about us. Woo! You know, that might be interesting. All right. Well, we're getting going. We're going to drive out and next stop. So we'll have more videos and more pictures coming, more reviews, and we'll let you know how everything's going. All right. Have a good one.